In this class, let us learn about cardiac cycle. Cardiac cycle. So what is cardiac cycle? One contraction and one relaxation of atria and ventricles is called as cardiac cycle. So let us write the definition of cardiac cycle. So what is the definition here? One contraction and one relaxation of atria and ventricles. So one contraction and one relaxation of atria and ventricles is called cardiac cycle. Let us draw the diagram of heart and let us understand the cardiac cycle. One young here and left atrium, left ventricle, right atrium, then right ventricle. So these are the four chambers of a heart. This is superior vena cava, which opens into the right atrium, and this is inferior vena cava, which opens into right atrium, and this is coronary vein, which opens into right atrium. This is pulmonary. This is pulmonary artery. This structure is cardiac cycle is one contraction and one relaxation of atria and ventricles. This is definition of cardiac cycle. Then what is atria? These two upper chambers of the heart is called as atria. Atria is plural, atrium is singular. So one chamber is atrium, two chambers are atria. This atria is also called as auricles. So these two chambers are called atria and this lower two chambers of heart is called as ventricle. So this contracts and then relax. Again these ventricles, two ventricles contract, again they relax. So this contraction of these two atria and contraction of these two atria and relaxation of these two atria, then again contraction of these two ventricles and again relaxation of these two ventricle takes place in just 0.8 seconds. So cardiac cycle, one cardiac cycle occurs in just 0.8 seconds. So cardiac cycle takes place in 5 steps. So let us understand these 5 steps now. So first step is imagine. So steps here. So what are the steps? First step is imaginary relaxation of atria. So this is imaginary relaxation. Imagine that these two atria are relaxed. They are in relaxed condition. So this is first point. Then let us see the second. Now blood flow into these two atria. Blood flow into atria. Now, so second point is blood flows simultaneously or at a time blood flows into these two atria. Superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, coronary vein, these three blood vessels, they bring deoxygenated blood to right atrium, and pulmonary vein brings oxygenated blood from lungs to left atrium. So at a time, blood comes to both atria. Third point is contraction of atria and flow of blood into ventricles. Here what happens? It contracts. When two atria contracts, then immediately blood flows. Here deoxygenated blood from right atrium flow into right ventricle. Then oxygenated blood from left atrium flow into left ventricle. So third point is when these two atrium contracts come closer, when they contract, immediately the blood which they have, that blood will flow into ventricles. That is, deoxygenated blood from right atrium moves into right ventricle. Oxygenated blood from left atrium moves into left ventricle. So this is third point. Then fourth one, ventricles contract. Now these auricles relax and ventricles contract. When ventricles contract, blood flow into the artery. So from right ventricle, blood moves into pulmonary artery, and from left ventricle, blood moves into aorta. So this is aorta. So they move into arteries. Understood? So fourth point is contraction of ventricles and flow of blood into artery and aorta. So contraction of ventricles and flow of blood into artery and aorta. So when ventricles contract, the deoxygenated blood which is present in right ventricle moves into the pulmonary artery and they go to lungs for purification. Simultaneously, at the same time, oxygenated blood from left ventricle, they move into aorta. From aorta, they go to artery. From artery, they will be distributed to all body cells. In fourth point, we need to remember one point. When ventricles contract, when these two ventricles contract, blood tries to flow back to auricles. So when blood tries to flow back into auricles, two valves are present here, and these valves will prevent the backflow of the blood. So these two valves, you know already, this is tricuspid valve, this is bicuspid valve. So whenever blood tries to come back into our atrium, then immediately these two valves will close and you will get lub sound. Which sound you will get? You will get lub sound. It's very sharp sound, very loud sound. You are going to get this lub sound. Then fifth point, relaxation of ventricles. Relaxation of ventricles. Relaxation ventricles. And what you will get? You will get dub sound. And you will get dub sound. So let us understand this point here. So whenever these ventricles relax, then blood from pulmonary artery will try to come back again, and at the same time from aorta blood try to come back. Then when the blood is trying to come back again into ventricles, then there are two valves which closes. In pulmonary artery, pulmonary valve is present in pulmonary artery and systemic valve is present in systemic aorta. So what is the function of this valve? They closes whenever blood tries to come back again into the ventricles. So whenever they closes, you will get a sound called dub sound. So I think you are clear with the point. So whenever you keep a stethoscope in your ear and when you keep the stethoscope in the chest region near the heart, then you will hear a lub dub sound. So when you will get this lub sound and dub sound, whenever the valves which are present in the heart between auricles, between atrium and ventricles, when these two valves closes, then you will get lub sound. And whenever the valves which are present in the artery and aorta closes, then you will get a dub sound. Remember, this contraction of for contraction of this two atrium, it takes 0.11 to 0.14 seconds. For contraction of atria, it requires 0.11 to 0.14 seconds. And for contraction of these ventricles, it requires 0.27 to 0.35 seconds. So for this, it requires 0.27 to 0.35 seconds. So this is for contraction of ventricles. For contraction of atria or auricles, it requires 0.11 to 0.14 seconds. And for contraction of ventricles, it requires 0.27 to 0.35 seconds. So overall, to complete this one cardiac cycle, it requires 0.8 seconds. And one more thing you need to understand here is, blood in the veins will move uniformly. Continuously blood flows in the vein. But whereas due to high pressure in artery, blood flows in the form of spurts. That means comes with a speed, again one drop, it comes with a speed, again it stop, again comes with a speed, one drop. So drop by drop it comes. In veins, blood flows uniformly. In arteries, due to high pressure, blood flows like a spurt or a sudden drop. Understood? Like a water drop, one drop it comes, again stops, again one drop which comes suddenly. Right? So let us have a quick review about cardiac cycle. Cardiac cycle occurs in 0.8 seconds, and for one contraction and one relaxation of atria and ventricles is called as cardiac cycle. That means for one contraction and relaxation of atria and one contraction and relaxation of ventricles is called as cardiac cycle. For this cycle, it requires 0.8 seconds. So cardiac cycle occurs in 5 steps. So first step is, imagine that these two atria are in relaxed condition. Second step is, blood comes into these two atria simultaneously at the same time through the blood vessels. Then when this atria contracts, immediately the blood moves from atria into ventricles. So this is third point. Then fourth point is contraction of ventricles. Then immediately this contracts. Immediately when ventricles contract, blood will move into this blood vessels. Understood? And that is fourth point. Then fifth point, this relax. When ventricles relaxes, blood tries to come back from here. Then these two valves closes and you will get dub sound. So you will get lub sound when tricuspid and bicuspid valves are closed. These are present between atrium and ventricles. When these valves are closed, you will get lub sound. And whenever the valves which are present in these blood vessels, when they close, you will get dub sound. So this is cardiac cycle. Now let us learn do you know. Do you know? In blue whale, it is 1,50,000 kg. This is the weight of blue whale. And elephant is 3,000 kgs. Elephant is 3,000 kgs. This is the weight of elephant. This is approximate value. This can be below 3,000 or above 3,000, but approximately on an average I have taken this value. Then in man it is approximately 60 to 70 kgs. So in man it is 60 to 70 kgs. See, some people they are below 60 also, and some people are above 70 also, even 80, 85 also. So this is an approximate value, average value here. Now in case of bird, which bird? Cold-teeth bird, it is 8 grams, very less. So in case of a bird, cold-teeth bird, it's a bird, in this just how many grams it is? Just 8 grams. So 8 grams. Let us see the weight of heart. In case of blue whale, the weight is, in case of blue whale, the weight of heart is 750 kgs. This 750 kgs. This is heart weight. Okay. So in case of blue whale, it is 750 kgs. But whereas in case of elephant, it is 12 to 21 kgs. 12 to 21 kgs. In case of man, it is just 300 grams. Is 300 grams average. But in cold-teeth bird, it is 0.15 grams. 0.15 grams. Now let us see the number of heartbeats per minute, or we can say heart rate. Let us see the heart rate. In case of blue whale, the heart rate is just 7. So here heart rate is just 7. What is heart rate? Number of heartbeats per minute, per 1 minute is called as heart rate. So heart rate is just 7. So in case of elephant, it is 46. 46. That means 46 times heartbeats per minute. But in case of human beings, it is 72 times per minute. Okay. So here heart rate means per minute only 72 times. Then in case of cold-teeth bird, it is 1200. 1200 times heartbeat per minute. So what do you understand from here? We understand that bigger the animal, heart rate is lesser. Bigger the animals, if animal is big, then its heartbeat per minute is less. Blue whale is big animal and body weight is also big. Even heart weight is also big, but whereas heartbeat is per minute, heartbeat per minute is less. So if you see here, cold-teeth bird, the body weight is this is a small bird and body weight is very less, even heart rate is very less, but heart rate is very high. So from this table, we understand that bigger the animals, bigger the animals, number of heartbeat is less per minute.